Hello everybody, I'm Better Globe and I'm Crystal. And today we are gonna be reviewing Rwby Volume 5 Chapter 8. And oh my god, this was an explanational episode and an amazing one. And definitely one of people's favorites. Probably in top 6 or top 5 of this volume. Who knows, maybe it will be one of people's favorites in general in Rwby. Yeah, probably. Now we are starting how great this episode is. Let's go into deep with why this episode is so great. Now, the first thing that this episode started up with was with Rwby basically watching how strangely peaceful all is right now, considering the fact that Mistral is in the way we were told is, I mean, seriously, just weird how calmly everything is. Yeah, you're right, everyone was pretty calm. So, even though everything was pretty damn calm, we of course need to break that calm tension with basically afterwards giving Rwby and Yang tea because, or coffee or whatever. Rwby basically says, I wish Blake would be here. I think that's exactly what she says. Yeah, that is pretty much. And Yang is basically saying, why? So she could abandon us again? Well, she doesn't exactly say that, but she says, well, she made her choice. But again, you understand. No. And then this rest of the scene kind of plays how you expect. One of them is curious, why would Yang say such a hot something about Blake? And I'm saying like, weird. What? Yang would start being more angry. She will lose her to her anger. What? Why comes her down? She has to calm down. The whole little arm tingling thing still is. And they basically go. Then we cut to Blake, but we're gonna be discussing this because honestly, these cut things are so unreasonably that gentlemen, there's no reason for it. Yeah, that's true. So let's go back to them, which is basically probably the best scene in this chapter, which is in their opinion. My opinion, the scene with Blake is the best one. And that is the fact that Wise comes into room to talk to Yang about Blake's situation. Which I'm shocked, which a lot of people were shocked that Wise came in, but to be fair, except Rwby, and considering the fact that I don't think Rwby really makes sense, it's kinda great. I guess it was because Wise and Yang don't really share these types of scenes that much. So it does make sense. Yeah, that's true. Now, what basic in this conversation is basically criticism, responding to criticism done right. Let me remind you people, in case if you forgot, this scene is made to respond to criticism about Blake leaving about anything but a single word, responding to that with not agreement, with basically annoyance or something, and closest thing was the annoyance or something like that, and that was done right. Take notes, Teen Titans Go, because what they basically say is, first, because they just state this in the best possible way. I mean, they could do better, but again, they can't really make it the greatest. I mean, I think we all need to move along stuff. So, the first thing they do is acknowledge that it's people. It's been literal months since we released that episode. And I know you could call it, but hell, even in the real world, they were months. Why just in even her episode was the third one? People, calm down. And I'm pretty sure people were also bringing that out in this volume too. So yeah, I am pretty sure they were like, people, forget about it. I mean, no one remembers what a douchebag Cardin was. I mean, no one remembers all that. Hell, does anyone remember that guy, that pointless character that seemed like a combination of Neptune and Jean a bit? Nope. Wait, the character is still a thing? No, I'm pretty sure everybody forgot about him. Hell, I even forgot about his name. Yeah, yes. It's kind of, yes. They acknowledge that first, which I do like the fact that they acknowledge the whole time thing with them. The next thing that happens and then they basically give them the case and explain how they actually felt to do that. Not finding an excuse the fact that their target's audience actually gave them a legitimate excuse for the story of stuff in those types. They explained that they intended for Blake to basically forbid her to talk about it because she thought that would be safe for everyone. She hid that throughout most of pretty much entire volume 1 except the final 2 episodes. Then in volume 2 that's more revealed, and in volume 3 everything goes with shit with that. And they also, which obviously considering the fact that basically happened, what she didn't want to happen, she blamed herself and ran away as fast as she can so she's not gonna be in any more trouble. Which Yang states no one is blaming her. Why? I mean, she's the one that blames herself. But basically, if you watch Jack Dorman Band, one of his videos, he kinda stated it was he made a lovely video called Blake is to blame for Fall of Beacon. Or is Blake, or just Blake is to blame. So yeah, there's been someone actually made I'm pretty sure one of the most popular Rwby reviewers actually made a video addressing how she's to blame for that, and then some people are saying that she is the only one that blames herself. Yeah, isn't that kind of contradicting if you ask me? True, that is. And yes, this was great. And I also do like that after they basically respond to criticism, they go back to their responsive in the show. Which is basically saying, yeah, life was pretty hard. Because, well, having one dead mother, the other one abandoning her, having a little sister that's a toddler, having a father that's constantly busy with school, with teaching and that, and having an uncle who is either on spy missions or cannot spend a lot of time with them because, well, bad luck. Something with bad luck. Confirmed. True. Now the next character pretty much. And then Wise states that her life wasn't the easiest either. And basically, and the only thing she had to say is, the reason why my dad married my mom was because of the family name. He revealed that on my birthday. And Whoa, and that basically makes Yang feel like a bitch. Yeah, yes. And after that, we basically the genetics for say that her friends are been more like a family to her than their actual parents. Which is kind of weird, which is kind of understandable, but weirdly enough, she only points out her father and her brother, which honestly I am wondering what is her relationship with Whitley, or how her life was with Whitley after Erupted Fang made that video if Whitley is a victim. Yeah, I think they really should need to, when they come back to Atlas, they really should explain that a little bit better. Yeah, pretty much. Although she doesn't mention Winter, which means the relationship was pretty good, when that is kind of and that is pretty much believable. But her mother don't really reference. Hell, the only thing we find out about her mother is the fact that she's alcoholic, confirmed. Yeah. So yeah, nothing else after that really happened. After that, then Rwby stepped in and bravo, they ended up in a good note. A happy note, or somewhat. Yeah. Now we cut to Blake, everyone's favorite cat girl. Or at least my favorite cat girl. Yes. Now, her first scene is technically after the balcony scene with the rest of her team, where she basically is at night looking somewhere and basically finds a letter that with signed Ilia, basically stating that she wants to talk. Which first, and after Blake reads that letter, Sun comes in and basically states, "Hey, we need to go talk to the night district of Menagerie to see if they want to join." Which I don't exactly know how a race of finances that seem to be operational during the night is going to help much in the war, but well, let's just say that whoever fought a sneak attack on a father's place in the middle of the night because they're going to sleep was a complete and total moron. Yeah, seriously, that's another fault. Which now that I think about it, I mean, even in the night, the finances can be operational as fighters. Why do humans again consider themselves superiors? At least a couple of them. I don't know. They don't really explain that well, if you ask me. And I'm guessing a lot of people were at the end of that scene basically like, "Oh my god, Blake, seriously, you're not gonna be saying that to Sun, the fact that Ilia wants to speak to you?" Which I'm pretty much. And which Blake basically states that she needs to have to something though, and we probably all assumed that. Yes. And then the next thing that happened was basically she in some alleyway with Ilia, where she sees Ilia appearing and having her hands up in the air, basically like trying to have her come, which was kind of suspicious if you ask me from Blake, that she didn't was not reacting because like she actually had her arms up in case if you're going to attack, which considering the fact that she had her weapon out is understandable. And after she basically apologizes, and Blake rightfully assumes that's because of the trouble she was caused in the chapter 3, she basically states that she's okay, that she can come here and join now. But unfortunately that was a trap. The bad humor guy who might be another one more of one of the more powerful White Fang members it's kinda still hard to tell. Sneak attacks her, nearly knocking her out, and the other two faunas, a chameleon faunus and a spider faunus, not like how I expected a spider faunus to look, just to say, saying, "Come here," with spider faunus, tie her up. Which the way they kinda tie her up, it kinda feels like Blake would simply just put her coat down and she would kinda be freed. I mean, I know it's a little bit on her shirt, but still. And during her talk, we find out that Ilia is indeed a lesbian. Ships! Ilia Blake ship that could be canon is now in the world. Shippers! All who drawed Blake and Ilia, they are kissing and all those stuff. You're right! You win! And here, have a candy bar. I really did get that idea because there's already Blake and Yang, Blake and Sun, Blake and Adam, so I didn't really focus on that. But, it's great that we got this now. Yes, it was excellent. And talk about Blake constantly having and talk about Blake's weird relationship status. I mean, basically, everyone who's wanted to be her best friend always is just wants her in their pants. Which I would say that's weird to say to Ilia and Yang, but need both of those to wear pants, or in Ilia's case, what they're called, tiny pants or something. But still, why does everybody want Blake in their pants? I don't know. Yes, and you can tell that Blake is distraught that Ilia doesn't want to join them. Which is understandable. I mean, although we didn't see much, we can assume they were really good friends and all that. I mean, hell, even in the fourth volume, Kosric and Fenric, when they were basically saying that Sister Ilia would be probably excited and happy that she's joining back the ranks, well, that made pretty much sense. And after the Ilia debate at getting confirmed that Ilia indeed is a lesbian, and that Ilia, the Blake, literally only seems to be the only person that loves Yang in a romantic manner. There is Sun, who currently doesn't have issues with her. Which I wonder how Adam will react to that. Also, this isn't really connected to this review at all, but I just expected Ilia to basically kiss Blake on the lips, saying that, "Consider this goodbye to someone you consider a friend." Tell me if that didn't what you expected. Yeah, you're right. I expect that too. Honestly, imagine, probably because we watch way too much of Gotham. Yes, probably that. No, yeah. Ilia basically goes with Yuma, who might be a powerhouse, I don't really know. Which I am also wondering if he's asleep during the night and awake during the day, or just during the night. Because he's a bad fauna, so and he wasn't really during the day, so yeah, who knows really. So yes, after they leave, the spider faunas and the other chameleon faunas basically for some reason want her to stand up, and they drag her. I mean, you could just help her get up. Now it's gonna be forced. She can't. Seriously, I mean, you tied her arms together, for crying out loud. Which is how I kind of expected Blake to be taken to the docks and go back to Mistral. But then we will get revealed that she did tell Sun and all that, and he was just hiding. Which is kind of good, because honestly, we kind of let down if you think about it. The way that Blake would be heading to Mistral. Yeah. And Son and Blake make a quick work of those two, and they basically go go there. And now, let's address the final thing in here, and that is the final scene in the Belladonna mansion, with Blake's mother, Kelly, proven that she indeed is not a fighter, which is, if you ask me, pretty good. I mean, Blake's father is a fighter, but mother is not a fighter, which is kind of good because Wise's parents are not fighters. Yeah, Rwby parents are fighters, which is good combination for Blake to have one non-fighter and a fighter in the family as parent, which was pretty good. Also, we see a cool scene of her actually somewhat fighting back by grabbing the gun and shooting back. Then we of course can finally take a direct attack on Gira, which does prove that he was going to be the biggest threat. So they want to strike them down. They anger Gira and they make a forest come on, because legitimately at this point in the battle he was just gonna be annoyed in a way, and he roars and gets ready to attack. And up in a badass scene. All around, this episode was probably one of the best. It's very hard to see any problems at all, but they still are, but still, it's kind of hard to see. And legitimately, it was just a good thing. Yeah, it was pretty awesome and badass. And I just cannot wait to see the continuation of that battle. So, yes, come in. I am wondering where you and wow, it was amazing. I would definitely put this right now in my favorite episode of this volume. You? The same. Now, I hope you like this video. I hope you're gonna leave a like and subscribe to my channel for more videos in the future. Sure. And that's it. I cannot wait to see you later. Bye. Bye.